Today is the 16th of October and we are going to be painting another upside down market. Let me just turn the volume down on my computer so I can pull you guys up and see who is with us this morning. Alrighty. I think I'm going to be using gouache this morning to do this one, and I'm going to be working on this image from Leslie. It's from Dubrovnik. Is that how you say Dubrovnik? A linen market in Dubrovnik, and it's beautiful, and I love all the values in it. I also want to show you a book this morning. Hi Carolyn, how are you? And it's really not a book that I bought. It's an old encyclopedia that I think it was my husband's old encyclopedia. Good morning, Maria. And it's a project that I think we all started if you've been with us for a while, and I haven't really opened it and done more with it, but I really enjoy doing it. So I'm going to flip through a few pages of an altered book. I think we were watching Faith over on Creative Bug a few years back, and we all grabbed an old book and started altering it. I changed a few things on the front, and so I'm just going to give you a little bit of a flip through. Yeah, so Faith on Creative Bug does an altered art. I think it's a 30-day, but she talks about how to look at different ways of approaching a page and altering it. I can't remember the technical names that she calls this, but basically making up stories or phrases or sentences with the words that are on the page, looking at what jumps out at you. And yeah, so really, like, this was done a long time ago, so I think I was just using collage and creating pages in the book related to the course, I believe. So you can see the art goes in many different forms, and I think exploration in art is super important for everybody to have fun with. So just a few pages. I was cleaning up and I found it and I'm like, oh, I can show this one. There are some pages which I really enjoy. Yeah. So that's all I got to, and they do take time, or they, or they don't take time. So, like some pages can be very quick. Some pages are a little bit more complex, but yeah, so that is my altered art book. So if you have old books, then you can use the pages, and actually the old pages, what I like about the encyclopedia is that it gives you there's imagery within it as well that you can use. So I really liked that fact of it. But don't throw out all your old books, because they can be used as sketchbooks as well. Reuse, recycle. All right, let's have a look. Hi C, how are you? I'll just put this away. These are portraits that I did in Dylan Sarah's session last night, and I did not get around to doing this morning's session, which was at 4 a.m. This morning, and I wasn't up in time for that. So that was Dylan's different materials. This is just Neocolor. I was originally going to do ink and then do 14B, and then I changed my mind and just did Neocolor over the scrapings, which I really like. And this is just ink with the 14B and a little bit of Neocolor over the top. And this is the majority of this is Neocolor with a little bit. I sketched this one out first. If you've seen my time lapse, you can see how all of these were kind of created, but sometimes you can't see the medium. So yes, let's get started. And I did have my block of paper, which here it is. Today, I'm going to be doing this image, but later I'm going to be doing another image that I won't be here doing live for. So Marcie Senders, if you don't know Marcie, she's on Substack, and she's going to be joining me live at 10 a.m. and we're going to be doing an upside down market. I'm hoping that I can still do one with Maria before I head out on my adventures, but we'll see. I just need to see if Maria can work one out in these next few days, but we'll see. Hi, good morning, Elvira. Hi, Joanne. I did say hi to Joanne and Barbara, and C and Maria and Carolyn are here as well. If you're new here, welcome. We are usually here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but I won't be here next week. So this is the last YouTube for a couple of weeks. So you can go back. I think YouTube I've been on for 2.5 years, maybe 2 years for sure. And during the week, so lots of lives for you to catch up on. And Instagram, there's, if you go into Reels and then go back, it's from 2020, so a few years of lives there. So I'm sure you will be able to enjoy those. Okay, I'm going to turn this upside down before I start painting right side up. And we're going to get started. Like I said, I'm going to use gouache today. What is everybody using? Joanne says, oh great, you paint, Dubrovnik. Yeah, I'm going to paint today. I've been doing a lot of, well, actually I did paint yesterday too, but this was watercolor, but I want to use gouache for this one. So I'm going to take a clean sheet of palette paper and my gouache. I think I will be using the Schminke. Which is still good in here. These are great, these. I think because they do have the seal on the top, they really do keep everything from drying up, so love it. And I can move this over for you guys as well. All right. So you get to see a little bit more of the mixing process. Good morning, Martina. Yes, and then if you saw also the adverts or the advertising that Marcie did for today's live on Substack, she used Martina's image, which I've actually also done, but I don't know why it came up with a different name when she tagged. She was supposed to tag you, Martina, and she said that something changed in Instagram, I guess maybe because you're private. She tagged you and it changed your name, and then she didn't think, and she went back in and she saw the name of the person that it pulled up, but it wasn't you. Anyway, it's Martina's image. I have done Martina's fish market as well. I did that like over a week ago, I believe. So I'll post that on the 21st. I'm trying to get ahead a little bit so that I have them to post as well. Good morning, Carolyn. And I know it's very strange, but I know that it does happen. Okay, when I get started, usually I go straight in with the lightest, but today I'm going to go in with the darkest because there's, if you see, you can see all this dark here, and I want to keep the light really light, so I'm just going to leave it on the page white. Thank you, Martina. Yeah, let me know what you're using, if you're painting with us today. All right, I think that's dark. So this is going to be my darkest color that I've got on here, which is basically like a deep purple. And you can see it's quite, I use it quite thick. I don't use it sometimes gouache, like in a way. The really dark colors are better when they're very opaque. I just try and make sure that my gouache is flat and not lumpy. Talking about gouache, did you see I reposted, hi, good morning, Susan. I reposted gouache Vember prompts. I think I sent it to the Patreon chat as well. So every year, Courtney and Daria, two artists that a lot of us know, Courtney is from Oakland, and near San Francisco. Is Oakland part of San Francisco? It is. Oakland, San Francisco. And Daria is from, somebody help me out, I can't remember where Daria is from, but basically they've been friends for a while, and they have been doing for the past 4 years, they've been doing gouache Vember. So every November they come out with a list of random prompts for November. So what I was thinking, as we don't really have anything set yet for November, that I will create a Padlet for our group with all the prompts for gouache Vember, and you can add images to the different prompts. So if you find an image on your, I'd love to keep it on our camera roll. I know it's not that easy sometimes, but I think it would be really nice and have a little bit more meaning. So if you're part of our BSA group, you can look through your camera roll, see if you have anything that relates to the prompt, that day of the prompts, and put it in the Padlet. So that's what I'm thinking for November. I think if you're wanting to take part in gouache Vember, not all of you use gouache, and that's totally fine. So maybe you want to use the prompts for, you know, for your own medium that you want to work with. But yeah, I think I'm going to dedicate the month of November to gouache. We had a lot of fun with Gouachevember a few years ago. I made postcard size images of the prompt, the daily prompt, and then on another postcard I created patterns. And that was, I really liked that series. I think that was probably my favorite Gouachevember. I've done it just in a sketchbook before. Maybe use different brands of gouache. Maybe that's your challenge for the month. Anyway, I think it's if you are wanting to practice with gouache, it's a really great challenge and a good way to embrace another community as well, where everybody does the challenges together. Okay, I need to figure out where things are. This one is over here. I think my square is because, oh, you know what I've done? I haven't cropped this, so okay, it's going to be a little bit off. I didn't crop my image, so now because I'm working on a square, my crop is going to be a little bit different, and things are going to look a little different on my image. It's okay. I'll just move these people over and add, I don't know, some more tents or something in between. Tina says, great idea. Good morning, Teresa. Good morning, Melissa. It's Thursday again already. Today is art hang party as well this evening. Melissa, what are you doing in art hang party this evening? And then also tomorrow, Melissa is on with Deb Draws Funny and Reb for an evening session on, is that Zoom or is it YouTube? The Free Draw Frenzy. And did anyone else make Dylan's yesterday? Did you guys make it in time for that? And the replay of the Belvez number 1, part 1, is in the Padlet. So, which is in the chat over on Substack. All right, I want to go a little bit warmer with my shadows. Almost like a dark red. And I really am just looking at the shapes that I've got here. Okay. Let's get a little bit more orange on here. Oh, a theme for November? Well, we were just saying, because we usually tackle Gouache-Vember, and the theme is really just they're very random. The subject matters for Gouache-Vember. I put it in my stories, so that's on Instagram. But I will also make a little post about it with the Padlet for anybody who wants to participate. So I figured we could work from our photos. This would help us out. You know, it's nice to work as a group, so if anybody wants to do that, they can, or you can work from your own photo, absolutely. But, you know, some mornings I know that it's nice to not, like this morning, to have a photo or an image already there and not really think about it. So, thank you. And I believe that is Leslie here this morning? Did Leslie say hi? No, Melissa, you didn't miss. Well, we kind of have been talking about November. We did have the idea of doing movement. I mean, the prompt list is very random. I'm going to pull it up in a minute and I'll show you. So you could always pull a theme into the list. Like, that is definitely doable. Okay, I haven't used any white yet. I'm going to pull some white in for some of the skin down here being a little bit lighter. Also thinking about, you know, the month ahead and things like format. I think it really does help choosing a consistent format. I know that a lot of people do that, like they, you know, either use a sketchbook, one sketchbook, which means the size, you know, is there for you, or paper. Just going to mix in the blue here for the ground over here. Could be a little bit lighter. my spacing is a little off over here. A lot. And this color, I'm going to look where else it is. Very similar tones in many other places, so I can work with that. And this I've made super long. It's just a larger fence. Melissa says, just looked up the prompts. Very varied. Yeah, they're always extremely varied. And you get some really fun takes on those. Melissa says it would be great to have a Padlet that we can all add our photos to under the day. Yeah, so I'm going to organize that and send that out before the weekend. And this way you can start populating it next week. And I'll be back live on the 3rd with you guys on the Monday. So there'll be a couple of days which you can do your prompts without me, and then we'll do them together. Oh, I didn't see his hand over here. I'm going to put that hand in. A lot of times you'll have paint on your palette that you can use for either darkening or changing the hue of your color. Teresa says, when do you leave, Charlotta? I leave on Sunday. Anne says, I just joined. Is there a theme for November? It's, Anne, it's super varied, but I think the theme is gouache, because it's Gouache-vember. We've been doing it for a few years now, and if you love gouache, then this is a great month to just dive into exploring gouache a little bit further. It can be, so one year I did postcards using the themes from, or the subjects and themes from Courtney and Daria, and that really worked out because they were a little bit smaller. Like, you don't have to do large ones. We did them in sketchbooks before. Yeah, so there's many different ways that you can approach it. Hi, Reb. I hope you do too, Teresa. And Anne says, great, I love gouache. Yeah, and it's nice to see everybody's images in gouache. I love gouache too. And look how nice it goes on. And then you can use mixed media on top, but the month of Gouache-vember, I tried to just stick with gouache, so it'll, you know, take out the mixed media part and just focus on gouache for the month. can see it's getting a little bit lighter over here. And Melissa, you must have answered me with what you're doing tonight. Oh no, maybe you didn't. What's your theme for tonight, Melissa? It's art hang party night. I don't think this is dark enough. Let's have a look. I'm going to bring this over a little bit behind his head. So because I didn't crop this, I've like messed up a little bit on my image. I'm okay with it. It's okay. It happens. It's fun to work with muted colors. It reminds me of Wabi Sabi, the class that, or the workshops that I taught last year. Teresa says, postcards, love that. Do you buy the postcard size or cut the paper? Oh, let me have a look what I did. I can't remember. Hang on a second. Okay, we cut the paper, or I cut the paper. So for example, one of the prompts, this was back in, I don't think, do I have the date on? I don't have the date. So we just cut the paper, postcard size, and then I just put that on. So this was one of the prompts. It was pencil, and I just drew my favorite pencils. I guess I hadn't found the 14 by then. And then I used the colors from the image that I drew and made a pattern. So another one, for example, that I did was, I think this was one. So one was cake. And so this was when I was super into patterning. Another one was this one. So cake and the pattern with using the colors from here. And I did love this one. This one was Christmas. Or was it tree? It could have been tree as well. Yeah. Hi, Melly. How are you? Yeah, you know what? And I think we progressed into the birds in December. I think this was the year we did the birds as ornaments, and one side was a bird and the other side was a pattern. If you go way back, you'll see, I think, yeah, this was nest and pattern. I gave some of these away. And then I like this one as well, pepper. So it can be super, super, super simple, the object, and also not too big. Yeah, it is totally simple enough to do in a day. This was Lyrics, Lucy Spraggan, and I did a really simple simple pattern for that one. And this one, I can't remember what this one was. Maybe I have the title on the back. No, I don't. I should have put the title on the back. Oh, do I have the year? Nope, I don't have the year. A lot of you did this with me. Oh, this one was Cupcake. They love cake. Courtney and Daria love cake, so there's probably, I haven't really studied the list yet. So this one probably was my favorite. And this was Faces. I want to make a pattern, an actual pattern out of this. I love it. And Piper. And I can't remember where my, oh, here it is. That one was also a favorite. Okay, so it must have been after I got Piper. For sure. Because, so maybe it was 2021. Yeah. And so, and then I have a few more. But yeah, so it can be super simple, right? I mean, you don't have to do this, obviously, but this was because I was super into patterns and it worked for the month. So that's, so you can take something very simple and make it into something fun that you can keep and send postcards with. I'm so glad we've got 20 minutes left because I'm feeling behind in this. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so I missed some of your chat here. Melissa said, tonight we're drawing our past and present selves. People have sent in baby and current photos. Oh, cool. Susan said, yesterday I saw an exhibit of Jamie Wyeth portraits of Warhol and Nureyev. I used whitewash in he used whitewash in combination with other media in such a beautiful way. I love, love, love what you showed me. Really, really love it. And does Jamie Wyeth have any relationship to Andrew Wyeth? I didn't check my messages. I think I need to travel to places that have incredible light, so near the equator, and take photos of markets like this, because so basically Morocco, wabi sabi music for my ears. I know you really enjoyed it. I'm so happy you enjoyed it. Melissa, where are you on tonight? She's on her YouTube channel, Teresa. Susan says it was a gallery in New York. See, you would have loved them. Oh, Jamie is Andrew's son. Cool. That's great. That's really, I love that he followed in his dad's footsteps. Okay, I need to make this slightly bluer, not too blue. Just not quite the right tone. I'm going to put the black on right at the end. Okay, so there's a building with some windows in the back there, so I want to get those in, those little windows. And the shadow on the wall back here. Steve says, did you take photos, Susan? Yeah, she did. I'm sure she can send you them. They're beautiful. And Teresa says, I would love to see that. Okay, so I've made this a little bit wider here, where the sun is. And this needs to be a little bit grayer. Reb, you're still here. How long is your exhibition up for? And are you and Meryl close or not? Very far, right? Carolyn, are you close to them? Close to Reb, where Reb is? Okay, so I've got the person here. She is in shadow. All this is in shadow. Like I said, I didn't crop it to the square, my image, so I'm having to adjust a little bit. Okay, I'm going to bring this up. Oh no. I'm going to bring this over. And that I have to correct. I didn't realize I just lost the top of that, of the umbrella. Susan says, unfortunately, the exhibit ends on Friday. I did take a few photos. Happy to share them on Instagram or send them to you. I also picked up some lit that has photos in each piece of the exhibit. Oh, fantastic. And Reb says her show is up until Oh, from November to January. Oh, so that wasn't the opening rep that you were at? I got confused. When is the opening? Or was that just a soft opening? Reb, did you apply to the residency Maria's printmaking workplace? Okay, I think I've gone too dark with this. Yeah, way too dark. I'm so happy that I can just adjust. Too dark and too brown. I mean too blue. I need to make it a little bit more on the warmer tone. Sometimes you put a color down and you think, oh yeah, that's the right one. And then you're like, nope, that's not the right one because the one next to it is so blue in tone that then you have to adjust the one that you put down. Look, I made that umbrella huge compared to everything else. And made the people much smaller. There's still small slithers of colour that I need to just get on here. Oh, this is his. These are the trousers. And that's New York, if anybody is wondering. Oh no, oh, phew. I thought I had paint on my top, but I'm working with gouache, so it doesn't really matter. I get really scared of working with acrylics and like messing up clothes. Yeah, the Wyeth exhibition that Susan went to is in New York. Right, Susan? I'm a little lost with my shapes. So I'm just going with the flow. So yeah, if you're just joining, a reminder that on Substack I will be live with Marcie today, and I'm gonna tackle Estes market. So it's a little bit further down in the month, but because I'm not going to be here, then I'll do that one upside down. And we have another Belvez session. That was lovely. Thank you for joining me if you were able to join. I didn't show pictures, but this was our 20-minute, and then we did some 10-minute ones. Were they all 10-minute? I think they were all 10-minute. Yeah, so we did 5 images yesterday in Belvez to get you into the mood of France and the beautiful light and the castles, and it was lovely. So thank you to those of you who made it. The replay is in the Padlet, so if you are part of our club, our BSA club, and you have the chat that I posted the Luma in, or both the Lumas in, if you look in the comments, I have posted the Padlet in there, and you can get to, I haven't posted it yet on the paint and draw sessions, but it's in the chat, so you can get to the replay through there. And then we have another one on Saturday at 10 a.m. if you guys can make it. If not, there will be the replay. And I think I counted over since April, we've done over 30 sessions, so they're all there too for you guys to enjoy if you're ever wanting to do a session. Some of them have demos, some of them are just paint and draw sessions. Oh, Susan says, and I did say that. Unfortunately, the exhibit ends on Friday. Okay. And yes, so if you're in the States, it ends tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Oh, this complements the art that you said you needed to do over. I'm thinking Shaw. I'm not quite sure what you mean, see? I'm like thinking, okay, I'm thinking, did I say something about doing art over? Okay, need a little bit more of a darker gray. Just to bring this down here. Yeah, definitely not in the right places, right spots. Okay, we'll make it work. Who knew a market scene could be so complex? Maybe it wouldn't have been if I had done it the right way up. Who knows? You want that blue on here, so I'm going to get that blue on, and then I've got to get all the black on, which I may do with my 14B. Oh, thanks, Melissa. I agree. Replays make very good company, and you know, Melissa has a ton of replays as well, and Hippo has replays, and Reb has a lovely YouTube. So I don't think you're not going to be you're not going to be without company. And you can use the chat in that we put our images in October. If you're not over on Instagram, you can use that chat if you want, where some of us are putting our daily images in, or you can do direct message if you need to connect with others in the group. There's lots of ways that you guys can connect. I know that some of you are not on Instagram. Or there's the Instagram chat as well. All this is in shadow. Oh, we're at time, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to just get a couple of the brighter colors in, and then I'm going to turn it over. And then I'm going to use my 14B quickly to okay, this needs to be higher, to just add a few details. Oh, that can come out a little bit more. Didn't realize. And then I definitely need a darker color over here. As I lost this person a little, just going to get some darks in there. All right, I think I'm gonna, oh no, I just need to get the blue in as well. Let's get that blue in. No, I lost that. The white of that one. Maybe I can just add it behind here. Definitely went a little bit crazy on this. A little bit out of place, everything. Okay, I'm going to turn it over and do just a couple of minutes with my 14B and then be done. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep going upside down because my brain is upside down now, so I'm just going to get at least the main. Pulls in, etc. Made this lady's legs so long, the body so long. I would have liked to put some little patterns on these here in the foreground, so maybe that's something I do the opposite way around, or the right way around. Okay. This is way off. Thank you, Teresa. Oh, so he says, you've mentioned a few times Rue one piece didn't quite seem to fit with the rest of the month. You mentioned you needed to redo. I'm thinking this will complement that one. Oh, I don't know. See, I don't think it does complement the other one, but that's okay. I think I'll just redo the other one eventually. Like this one, yeah, I think I still need to redo this one because I didn't do it upside down, remember? And it makes a difference. I think I should just do everything upside down. I really love the light in this. I'm not sure if I've caught it enough, but I've lost a little bit back here. But that's, you know, that happens. So anyway, thank you everybody. And yeah, Melissa has her art hang party tonight. We have a 10 a.m. Substack live with Marcie if you want to join us on that. And we're going to be doing one of our market scenes. I feel like I'm going to be doing, I'm not sure which one Marcie has decided to do, but I'm going to do Estes, which is this scene. So she put it on twice, but I love this with her husband and market. So that's the one I'm going to be doing. Yeah, and don't forget, I have my sale of my classes and workshops for 40% off. And I don't know if people have seen it, but yeah, the code is CANTHANKS, so CANTHX, and it's only available until Saturday. So if there's any workshops that you didn't do that you want to do, or any, you know, big classes that you want to get over the winter, because I don't think I'll be doing any in-person or Zoom classes. I may do the odd workshop, but I'm not planning on doing like a 4-week or 6-week. So if you want to take one of those, have a look. That's on my website. Will Substack Live be Marcie? Yes, it will be recorded, Martina. Yes. Leslie just popped in. Lovely. Looks like Croatia. It is. It's your photo. Thank you so much for the photo. Got a little bit off, but that's okay. It was fun to mix colors again. I haven't done it for a little bit. And all those muted tones, it was good to do that. So thank you. Packing like crazy. See you soon. Yeah, see you soon. Bye, Leslie. Thank you. And thank you, Melly. Thanks, everyone, for joining. Thank you, C. Yeah, I'll see you guys on Substack Live at 10. Meryl says, yes, you said you would revisit the day 2 image. Is this day 2? This is day 2. Yeah, I'm going to revisit this image for sure. So I need to do it upside down. I think it'll look different. Thank you. Take care, everybody. See you in... Leslie says I recognized it. Oh, good. I will see you in Zoom tomorrow morning. Bye, everyone. Bye.